This video addresses head, neck, and tongue postures. Yes, tongue position. By now, you've probably heard about head forward posture, or HFP, and the many problems associated with it. While the mechanical aspects are interesting, they pale in comparison to the neurological impacts that can affect the entire body. While I often say muscle is boring, there are several huge exceptions to this rule. In no particular order, the diaphragm, which is the basis of breathing, the heart, which not only pumps blood but has its own standalone nervous system with a huge electromagnetic signature, the gut, which digests food and has an even more complicated standalone nervous system, and the suboccipitals, which may be the most important to movement. The sub what? The suboccipital muscles are deep in the back of the upper neck, connecting the head to the first two vertebrae of the spine. These are not large muscles, and they don't move much, but they provide critical information to the nervous system about movement and orientation. You can get a feel for where they lay by going to your ear and following the ridge at the base of the skull to the very back. Deep underneath, much larger muscles that attach here. Next to the upper two neck vertebrae, protected by your skull, lay 8 humble little muscles, 4 on each side. Rectus capitis posterior major, rectus capitis posterior minor, obliquus capitis superior, and obliquus capitis inferior. What makes these muscles special isn't their actions, which are to nod the head slightly, yes, tilt to the side, and slightly rotate the head, no. What makes these muscles special is the unique density of special cells called muscle spindle cells inside them. Muscle spindle cells communicate the amount of stretch or tension in a muscle, and the suboccipitals are packed with them. The large latissimus dorsi muscle, or lats, have less than 1% the spindle density of the suboccipital muscles, as shown in this table. Why? The head contains all the critical stuff for our survival: vision, hearing, balance, smell, taste, and as any zombie can tell you, brains. Our nervous system is very, nervous about the position of our head. In times of danger, we tuck our head down for protection. But when we are the predator, we want to have our head as high and mobile as possible so we can breathe, see, hear, and smell to locate where to find our next meal and avoid becoming a meal for someone else. Try moving your head in each of the following 3 positions, noting where you can breathe and see the best. Head hanging down looking at your feet. Head lifted but forward. And head balanced on top of your spine. Clearly, the most lengthened position provides the best vision and should be the easiest to breathe. But some of us have been compromised by modern society, and chronic head-forward posture may make the most lengthened position uncomfortable. The head-forward posture shortens our suboccipital muscles, reducing their range of motion and their ability to provide accurate head positioning information to the brain. As the brain gets less or poor information, what does it do? It protects the body by moving less. See the problem? The whole body works as a system, so it's difficult to just address the suboccipital muscles, but you can see how they ideally work. The back neck muscles are elongated to allow the weight of the head to keep the suboccipital muscles elongated, so they can provide the best information to the brain. Note this position also results in the head being as high as possible for the best vision and hearing. This position also allows the head and neck the best ability to rotate easily and quickly, to locate both predators and prey. The head-forward posture robs us of these advantages by shortening the neck muscles, lowering the head, reducing the head's range of motion, and reducing the quality of head positioning information to the brain. Unfortunately, the brain tends to automatically react in a way that continues to make this situation worse if we don't consciously work on correcting it. Here's a simple, but maybe not easy exercise that can help. The challenge is that it requires you to do nothing. Not doing can be the greatest challenge for us modern humans. Just remember that your body has many different automatic systems that work great if we just get out of their way by not doing anything. Lay on your back on a firm surface and raise your head with a block or book so that your neck muscles elongate and your chin tucks towards your chest. This might take some experimentation to find the right position and will change over time as your body resets its resting tension. Raise your knees towards the sky with your feet flat on the floor. We'll add one more trick to help, which is to hold our tongues in the best position. We'll explain the physiological benefits in another lesson, but take a deep swallow and note where your tongue positions itself in the middle of the swallow and hold your tongue there. It should be on the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth. Now let's bless this position to see if we can feel our body naturally restore a healthy tension to the deep postural muscles. Breathe in deep, slow breaths through your nose. Is your tongue still positioned correctly? Lengthen your head away from your tailbone. You should feel your spine move closer to the floor all over, but especially around your waist and low back. Remember to breathe with your tongue in position and try to let yourself sink into the floor. Efficient effort means relaxing any muscle which you don't need to hold this position. Use a minimal effort to breathe. Is your tongue still on the roof of your mouth? Symmetry awareness is key. Is one side of your body tighter than the other side? Can you permit that side to hold less tension? Does your breathing feel symmetric? Can you release anything to make it easier on the restricted side? Stabilize yourself at your hips by pressing your knees away from your pelvis and slightly upwards towards the ceiling. Hold the slight tuck in your chin to take up the slack in your releasing neck muscles. Is your tongue still pressed at the roof of your mouth, behind your teeth? The key is to focus on not doing and letting your body's automatic nervous system readjust the resting tension in your muscles. The conscious you is holding the space and awareness to let this happen. When you're ready, slowly begin to move again and note any changes. Consider if you experienced anything different with the tongue in this position, and we'll explore the mystery of the tongue in another video.